We must understand that every marriage is intended to be a masterpiece reflecting the marriage between God and his people. Marriage is the most frequent metaphor used in the Bible to describe God's relationship with his people. In fact, writing to the Ephesians, Paul called marriage a profound mystery because the man represents Christ, the groom, while the woman represents his bride, the church. The marital union of husband and wife is a sacred reflection of the gospel itself. LT here with Mixed Kids 17. Brothers and sisters, today's civil marriages are much like business contracts, easy to get into and easy to get out of. God's covenant with his people was a promise to remain eternally faithful, even if his people were not faithful in return. In covenant marriage, both spouses are committed for a lifetime, in sickness and health, for better or worse. They do not threaten divorce or consider it as an option. God calls us to pursue a passionate, thriving marriage. The Song of Solomon expresses the kind of love, joy, and celebration God designed for marriage. That passion is built on much more than infatuation and sexual desire. It is rooted in the physical, emotional, and spiritual intimacy God created couples to experience as a foretaste of the eternal unity, communion, and intimacy we can have with God. Christ made the ultimate sacrifice to rescue humanity. Writing to the Ephesians, Paul connected Christ's sacrifice directly to marriage. Husbands, love your wives, just as Christ loved the church and gave himself up for her according to Ephesians chapter 5. And now as the church submits to Christ, so also wives should submit to their husbands. Ephesians 5:24. In other words, mutual submission to one another requires giving up our own interests to heroically serve the other person. Therefore, what God has put together, let no man separate.